As you guys know, I have some extra master sets that are available for sale, right? I had a community member reach out who wanted to purchase a bunch of different cards, but primarily wanted to purchase, right, the big purchase of a fire red, leaf green master set. He has purchased the set, and I told him I would show the community the card, let you guys take an opportunity to take a look at the entire set, enjoy all the artworks, and enjoy all the cards in the set here. So he is here today, Mr. Frosty Codex. Yeah, let me get some Jeezys in chat, please, for Frosty. We're gonna go through the cards, and you guys are gonna get the treat of being able to see this amazing set. So, without further ado, let's begin. Let's begin. Alright, so we're gonna take a look at the entire set. Now, we have done this set before in terms of a box break. We have opened Fire Red Leaf Green. It was definitely a treat, one of my favorite sets from the EX era, and it's just absolutely amazing. Alright, so we got some beautiful, beautiful cards there, alright? So we got the Beedrill, Hollow. Oh, they got a nice swirl by their wing as well. Butterfree, Hollow. Dugong, got a nice swirl up there as well. Ditto, nice swirl on the right. This one's such a nice card. Executor, Komiya, artwork, Kangaskhan, Marowak, Nidoking, Nidoqueen, another nice swirl. Pidgeot, nice swirl as well. Poliwrath, Raichu, Rapidash, Slowbro, Snorlax, this one's looking at the swirl there in the top left. Taurus, oh, this one has a bunch of swirls here, what the heck is that? And a Victory Bell. So these are the hollows of the set here. Oh, I think that's 17 hollows from the set here. We'll go through these cards as well. Now, I did want to show you guys the non-hollows, but we'll briefly go through the non-hollows because remember now in this set there was reverses. So we're definitely gonna take a look, and I'm sure it's the same artwork, but it looks nicer in reverses. So we'll breeze through. There's one thing I wanted to tell you though, Frosty, because I know that your plans are you might keep it as a master set, or you might actually grade the cards because you want them consecutively graded, or you want the whole set graded, right? Now, because of that, I've left these, just sleeved for you. I'll get them packaged nicely so they're shipped out to you. But I took the time to personally sleeve how I like to sleeve all of the non-hollows, because I know most likely you're not going to be sending out these non-hollows for grading, right? You said you're probably going to still most likely keep them in a binder, or you might, update in the future, maybe get lower condition cards for the hollows, because these are all minty. These are great condition, right, for grading. You might get lower condition ones for the master set, right? So I've personally sleeved all these exactly how I sleeve them normally, which is into a side loading. This is how I sleeve all my cards for my personal master sets, right? Side loading, right? Perfect fit into a KMC matte clear sleeve after that. They are each and every one is double sleeve. You will don't underestimate how long it takes to do this. It takes quite a long time, right, to do this here, right? But I want to sleeve them up so they feel really, really good. You know exactly what I'm talking about when you get these into a binder, man, right? And of course, I'm also going to be shipping you out, Frosty. I'm going to ship out in your package as well. I'm going to ship you a binder. The same binders I use for my master set, I'm going to ship you out one of my binders as well, so you have one, Frosty, directly from me. Alright, we got Arcanine, Chansey, Cloyster, Dodrio, right? Dodrio. Alright, Farfetch'd, Fearow, Hypno, Kingler, Magneton, Primate, Scyther, Tangela, Charmeleon, Drowsy, Execute, Haunter, Ivysaur, Kakuna, Lickitung, Mankey, Metapod, Nidorino, Onix, Parasect, Persian, Pidgeotto, Poliwhirl, Porygon. Alright, just going through the quick set so you guys can see the general art, and then we'll do the reverses. Alright, Raticate, Venomoth, Wartortle, Weepinbell, Wigglytuff, Bellsprout, it's like Pokemon rap, Bulbasaur, Caterpie, Charmander, Clefairy, Cubone, Diglett, Doduo, Ghastly, Growlithe, Jigglypuff, Krabby, Magikarp, Magnemite, Meowth, Nidoran, Paris, Pidgey, Pikachu, Poliwrath, Ponyta, Rattata, Seal, Keldor, Slowpoke, Spearow, Squirtle, Venonat, Voltorb, Weedle, Bill's Maintenance, Celos Network, Energy Removal to Energy Switch, Great Ball, and EXP Share, Life Herb, Mount Moon. Okay, I'm sorry. Alright, well, I missed the Pokemon rap, man. Pokeball, Pokedex, Pokemon Reverso, Professor Oak's Research, Super Scoop Up, Versus Seeker, Potion, Switch, and the Moti Energy. Alright, for this set here. Here we go. You can see here the reverse hollows are beautiful, right? In this era, they did reverse hollows, but What's kind of weird is we call reverse holos now for the purpose of it being reverse, right? Typically a holo is here, correct? And we call them reverse holos because the cards that we have nowadays, the holographic is on the outside. So it's reverse holo, right? But back in the days, these are reverse holos, but the holo was where the holo was, right? Later into the EX era, they did stamps. So you'll notice a lot of people refer to these cards as stamped cards. But during some of the earlier EX eras, like Ruby Sapphire, actually Ruby Sapphire was a reverse holo, right? But into these EX era cards, right, they made the stamps, or they made the reverses on the actual holo area, right? So you can see it's like a holo, like the whole set is like holo, but it's got these cool energies here. So for the rares in this set, they actually did this Pokeball, which was kind of cool. They only really did this for Fire Red Leaf Green, which I think was really, really cool. So these are all reverses, right? Obviously noticeably, you know, different in terms of the patterning that they're doing for the holo back here. And because, again, these are the rares, they have these cool Pokeballs on them. Once we get to the commons and commons, right, and the other rares that were non-holos, you'll notice that the Pokeballs are gone. So that's actually one cool way to distinguish the holo rares that are reverses from the set. All right, we got Ditto, Dugong, Butterfree, Beedrill. Oh, Beedrill should be in the front. Arcanine is not a holo in the set, but it is still a rare. So it looks like they did the Pokeball for all the rares. I take it back. All the rares. Once we get to the commons, uncommons, they don't have the Pokeballs anymore. So even for these are non-holo rares in the set. Cloyster. All right, all of these are non-holo rares. Oh, it even has a swirl still. Look at that. That's actually pretty cool. It's cool that this pattern has like all the energy symbols, and then it has potential of swirls as well, which is nice. Look at these, man. Look at that Scyther. Look at that Scyther, bro. 6 Scyther, huh? Alright, now you can see we're going from Tangela, which was still a rare. Right? It's cool they made Tangela a rare. That's interesting. They made Tangela a rare, actually, non-holo rare. Charmeleon, right, which is one of the uncommons. You can see they no longer has a Pokeball, but still remains having the pattern here. And again, beautiful cards, because literally, it's just the whole set is holo, right? The reverse holos are technically all holo cards, right? They're all technically holo cards. So again, we call them reverse holos, but they're actually just holo. Look at this Persian, man. So nice. Poliwhirl, Porygon, Eradicate, Venomoth, Wartortle, Weeping Bell, Wigglytuff, Bellsprout, Bulbasaur, other Bulbasaur, Caterpie, Charmander with a swirl right next to its head, other Charmander. Such a beautiful set, man. This is a really, really good pickup. I think it's really smart too. This pickup is insane, right? Just for the simple fact that you're picking this, ooh, nice swirl. You're picking this up right before EX era is coming back, which is crazy. Actually crazy. Just beautiful, man. Look at that Pikachu. Right, obviously, we saw it as a non-holo, but with the holo, it really makes the card pop, you know? You see some of the cards as non-holos, but as soon as it gets this reverse holo pattern, like, boom. It's just even nicer. Like, these Squirtles are very expensive. Even, like, PSA 9s, they're triple digits, right? For each of these Squirtles. In PSA 9s, right? They're still triple digits, right? You can see here, these are very good condition. A lot of these cards here, I think will grade very well, and there will be some, in my personal opinion, unless you get a really bad grader that's very stingy. There is going to be some 10s in here, right? Also depends also if you're grading with CGC or with PSA, right? Because obviously, you know, CGC 9.5s are oftentimes PSA 10s, right? So you'd get a lot more technically 10s, I feel, from PSA than you would from CGC. Blastoise EX. Look at this card, man. Look at these, man. Charizard EX. Okay, one thing I will say about Charizard that I never realized that, in my personal opinion, made Charizard look a little stupider. This artwork, I've only ever looked at it like this. Like, you see the artwork, the main thing you focus on is the head, right? But if you actually take the time to look at the Charizard, bro, look at those arms. Bro, this artwork is kind of weird, bro. Like, this is like something you can never unsee again. Like, this makes the Charizard look really weird because he has like a super big head. Yeah, or the perspective, I don't know. Right? But typically, I've always looked at this Charizard and you know how you just look at an image and you just look at the focal points. And because you don't focus on everything, you don't notice all the details. I've never noticed the arms on this Charizard. I swear. After collecting for how long and having so many of these Charizards, I've just never looked at yeah, it literally looks like a T-Rex. Literally a T-Rex Charizard. And now I can never unsee it. Right? I literally can never unsee it. Oh, man. Charizard EX. Clefable EX. Electrode EX. Gengar EX. This is the second biggest card in the set. I know, you would think it's Blastoise. No. The second biggest card under the Charizard is the freaking Gengar, bro. Look at this. It's got a nice swirl too. Gengar EX. Gyarados EX. Mr. Mime EX. There's 2 Mr. Mime EXs. No idea why they did that. 2 Mr. Mime EXs. And of course, Venusaur EX, baby. And then we get to the 4 secret rares. Charmander, which is a box topper, by the way. If you don't know, each and every box, there is a Charmander on the top of the box. Every box, right? Every box. Charmander, secret rare, right? Box topper. And then the real secret rares. You ready? Cracked Ice Articuno EX. Look at that, dude. Secret rare Articuno EX. You would typically get like 1 in a box, right? Inside of your box of Fire Relief Green, back when you open them, you would get 1 of these. Usually. I think sometimes you could get 0, but typically you would get 1. Cracked Ice. Yeah, Moltres EX. A lot of times when we see these Cracked Ice patterns now, we usually refer to them as like cards from like a theme deck or a promo, but it's kind of cool to see that it was in the actual set, right? The Cracked Ice, the Secret Rares were in the actual set. Super, super cool. And last but not least, Zapdos EX. Beautiful, beautiful. So again, Frosty, congratulations on the awesome pickup here. Now, obviously, you know, I think you got a great pickup. You picked up some amazing cards, but I did tell him that potentially in this set, that I would have a couple of cards missing. Now, I know you guys didn't notice, okay? But I'm gonna let you know right now, Frosty, there were a couple of cards missing. Now, the couple of cards missing were random reverse holos. Okay, so I do need to let you know. There's a couple of random, I think some of the trainers, I think there was a total of 6 cards in the set that were missing, right? But random reverses, right? You should be able to get them very, very easily. So, in order, because, you know, hey, we're missing 6 reverses, right? Gotta give you some bonuses and gotta compensate that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Can't have you missing, I think one of them was a reverse Magnemite. Can't have you missing a reverse EXP All. Can't have you missing a reverse energy switch. So we're gonna hit you up with bonus reverses that I don't think you will complain about. A mint reverse holo Pikachu, right? I'm pretty sure this card is worth not even double, triple, not many multiples more than any of the reverses that are missing, right? Reverse Pikachu will be given to you here. Holo Raichu, reverse Holo Raichu, an extra reverse Holo Snorlax, an extra reverse Holo Squirtle, just told you how much a 9 goes for, extra reverse Holo Charmander, just to compensate the missing, energy switch, yeah, or the missing Kakuna. I think I named all 6 that were missing. Right? Just to compensate the missing ones, right? At this point, he's probably like, yo, IslandGrown, can you be missing 10 more? Right? As your bonuses here, right? Inside of your master set, buddy. Right? But last but not least, again, you did tell me, Frosty, right? When you picked up this set, you're probably gonna grade all the EXs, right? You're thinking about grading all the holos and potentially all of the reverses as well. Well, if you grade all the EXs, that means you won't have any of them for your binder, right? If you have the commons, I don't think you're grading all the commons and commons, right? Most likely not. You might, but you most likely not, right? And I sleeve them all for your binder, right? You won't have any of the EXs for your binder, so gotta hit you up with a little it's not mint though. It's definitely not mint. It definitely has some love, but you gotta have a Charizard EX for the binder, right? So you got your Charizard EX to get graded, and you're gonna get a Charizard EX for your binder as well, right? As a little card to have in there, since you won't be having any of the nutty cards in there. As you can see, this card does have a little love. It does have a crease. It has a lot of love on it, right? But surprisingly, when I looked this up, right, because I was like, oh, it's probably like all messed up, right? I wonder how much this card still is. You know, heavy played. I wonder how much it is. It's still a $200 to $300 card. And I looked up what a PSA 1 is, and I was like, huh? But I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? EX Era, it's an old card, right? I'm sure if you took up a first edition base set Charizard and threw it in the wash 20 times, it's still worth more than a brand new Charizard, right? PSA 10, right? But anyways, this card does have some love, so it's great as a binder copy. I mean, you can also grade it for the memes, right? See if you can get a CGC 1 or even a PSA 1, right? That would be not easy to do though, right? I'm gonna add that in as a bonus into your package here as well, buddy. All right, so we'll get this all bagged up, all sleeved up for you, and we'll get this master set sent out to you. All right, but not done yet. I have 2 more gifts for you, okay? I have 2 more gifts for you. One of the gifts that I wanted to give you here as well is a reverse holo fire red leaf green card. It's gonna be the 9/5 with double 10 subgrades Scyther. I saw a lot of people eyeing this one out. Reverse holo rare Scyther from fire red leaf green, right? With double 10 subgrades, and on top of it being from fire leaf green, being very nicely graded. Just to add a little bit more story to why you will always remember this card, it is actually pedigreed from that box opening I mentioned, right? We did a fire red leaf green box opening. This was one of the cards that came out of the box, right? And I obtained this from one of the members of the community that got it from the box, right? So it is pedigreed for the Island fire red leaf green box opening. All right, so a little special card for you there as well, Frosty, right? But last but not least, I have one more random card for you here, all right? One last random card for you here, okay, Frosty, right, for your collection here. I know you collect a lot of cards, I know you collect a lot of Pokemon, right? But one of the Pokemon that you enjoy collecting and that we talk about the most is Steelix. But because base set never had a Steelix, I'm going to be hitting you up with a first edition base set English Gemin 9/5 Onyx, gray stamped, right? As a bonus as well that I'll be sending over to you, buddy. All right, it's one of the base set cards here that I think that I'm sure you would really like. And of course, this doesn't have a pedigree on it because we haven't done a first edition base set box opening. But a lot of people ask me to sign stuff, and I don't think my signature has any value, right? But I think this one will have a nice story behind it. I signed it out to you, Frosty, right? And I put a signature on the back of it as well. So a cool card, right? That may have some sort of monetary value. You can look up what a PSA 10 or a CGC 9/5 Onyx is worth. But I'm sure this card here, given to you from this purchase, from this moment, with the story behind it, is going to be worth way more to you than anything else, right? That's how I like to collect as well. So we send in this as well to you, Frosty. Right? Appreciate you, man.